Hello, quote artisans. My name is Shonda, and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I have a big update video for you guys. I have not made a personal video in quite some time. I've only done a couple of unboxings this month, and just kind of want to give you an update and tell you about some lessons learned and what's been going on with me. So basically, I've been working for the same employer since 2007. Okay, and I've been doing the same job with that employer since 2015. So I know my job really, really well. Okay, I can do it in my sleep. And yeah, sometimes something comes up that might be a little bit more complex, might take a little bit more time, but in general, I'm A plus at my job and what I do. So, and again, since I've been doing it so long, I'm just very efficient at it. Well, lately, I would say for the past year, things have just really slowed down, right? Just my workload has really slowed down. It used to be we had a team of, there were two other people that did exactly what I did, and then we had our boss. So it was a team of three, and the three of us were slammed, okay? And now there's just one of us, that's just me. So one went to another team, like maybe a year or two ago. And the other one about a year ago had a baby and went on maternity leave. And the work had just slowed down that we just did not need to backfill those positions. And so myself, I just wasn't very busy. And I had raised the flag to my leadership to say, hey, just let y'all know, I'm not busy. If there's anything else I can help with, there's anything else I can do, let me know. Well, nothing came of it. And so I've just been not busy for a while. Okay. And so by me not being busy, it just gave me a lot of extra time. So like before work, I would just sew. After work, I would sew. When I would have my breaks from work, I would sew or, do something craft related or make a video or something like that or respond to comments. I would also, like if we had a phone call, like we have these calls every day. And so when I would have these calls that I need to listen to, I don't have to speak on them. I just have to be present and listen and pay attention. So I would sew during that time. And so we do a party every year for 4th of July. And this year it was going to be on Saturday the 1st, right? And so the only day I took off was Friday the 30th. That's the only day that I took off work because I was going to have time, during the week to do stuff. Like I didn't have to be locked into my desk and I would have time to kind of do things that I needed to do around the house and still get my job done. So the only day that I took off was Friday. Well, lo and behold, the week before that, they decided to give me a different role, right? And I'm not upset about it. It's a good role. So I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm still doing my existing job. I have my existing title, but now they have me doing a completely different role. Now, down the line, this is not going to be a difficult role, but it is new to me. So I don't have a process flow. I don't have a file flow. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really have a ton of support. I have people willing to support me, but I will say that's the only drawback to working remotely is when you are trying to learn something new. When you are trying to learn something new, it is easier when you have people around you because you don't have to necessarily ask questions. You can hear people talking to each other or you can hear people talking to other people on the phone to kind of get an idea of, okay, that's how you do that. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Or you can just sit next to someone, for a few hours and watch them and be like, okay. And I'm a pretty quick learner. So probably if I'd had it like 2 or 3 days to just kind of shadow someone, I could have picked this up. But without that, I'm kind of just struggling with it on my own. And so I'm doing that and trying to figure stuff out. Like I said, trying to establish a workflow. And when you don't have a workflow, you end up kind of having to backtrack a lot. So you'll kind of get to this. I really can't explain my job. I don't want to. It's going to be too much. But if you can kind of establish a flow to where you can do things in a linear way and you don't have to kind of, oh wait, I already opened up this system. So while I had this system open, I should have gotten all of this done, but I didn't because I did not know. So now I gotta keep going back into this system 5 times instead of 1 time because I don't know the flow yet. So I'm still figuring that out. But at least it's been a few weeks, and so it's gotten a bit better. But on top of that, there's a legal perspective. We're talking with attorneys, and I found out that I have to go to court and present some information as well. So, of course, I need to be extra prepared. And so it was just a lot of work at one time. Now, I think once I get everything caught up and I understand, I feel like it's going to be fine. But just while I'm learning, it's just been kind of slow. I've been slow. So anywho, so that week before the party, I was working 11 hours a day. So not only did I not have the extra time that I was expecting to have, because I was working, so that kind of messed me up a little bit. There was like no time to sew. There was no time to do the stuff that I was supposed to be getting done around the house. At least not during the work day, right? Because before I can listen to a phone call while I'm doing laundry, right? And so I wasn't able to do that. So all of the time during like my working hours where I maybe would have made a video or maybe would have got some sewing done on my breaks, instead I'm working all that time. So then when work is done, now it's party prep time. So it just kind of got a bit convoluted. So on Thursday, I think June 29th, I was not able to make a video whatsoever. I was in full party prep mode because I literally only had a day left. So, because people start coming on Friday. And, and I don't know what time they're going to come. And we did have some people pop up on Friday. So, just wanting everything to be ready, wanting the house to be ready. Anyway. So I took that Friday, the 30th, June 30th, off work and basically spent the entire day getting ready and entertaining some people. Hold on. So spent the entire day doing that. And then, of course, the party was Saturday. Sunday is cleanup and recovery. Monday I had to work. Because the holiday was on Tuesday. So I was off on that Tuesday. And what did we do? What did we do that Tuesday? I'm trying to think. Probably a nothing burger. I don't even think I did any sewing. I think I might have did some laundry catch up and that might have been it. I think we might have went to a movie. I think we went to see a movie. If I'm not mistaken. My fiance and I, we went and saw a movie, I think. Just kind of relaxed. Didn't do a whole lot. And then back to work. And then I knew once I went back to work, I had like a week to get everything together before I had to go to court. So I had to travel to New York. So basically the week after the party, that would be... So from Monday the 10th, so the 5th, 6th, and 7th, so Monday the 3rd through Friday the 7th, like that was all just getting ready. That weekend of the 8th, we had to do something. I can't even remember everything. I should have took some notes, but I think we visited some family, and then we had to do some other stuff. My aunt had some stuff that she could not put in her storage that we needed to pick up and bring here. It's just been busy, and I've even done work on the weekends because I don't like to not know what I'm doing. And I don't like to be unprepared. It's a pet peeve of mine. I like to be educated. I like to sound educated. And the only way to sound educated is if you actually know what you're talking about. I don't like to wing it. I don't like to BS. I like to know what I'm talking about. It's important to me. So that was basically the mode that I was in. And then Wednesday, the 12th, I caught a flight to New York. Because that's where I had to go to court in New York. So I caught a flight to LaGuardia, and it was myself, my boss, and another team member. We met for lunch and kind of like not lunch. We met for dinner and kind of like a preparation session. And then Thursday morning we got up, we went to court, and then right after court we went back to the hotel, caught a car, and went to the airport, and I came back home. That was pretty rough. That was a rough turnaround. For me, just, to schlep through I mean, first of all, um, I am so out of shape. Okay. So it was just a lot of activity for me. Okay. It did make me, want to start walking. Okay. I am going to start walking. I'm starting that today. Even if it's just 5 minutes, I'm going to start walking every day because I just don't like that. I don't like that feeling of being tired, or not being able to keep up, or like pushing myself to keep up and not wanting anybody to know how hard I'm breathing. Anybody ever try to like hide how hard you're breathing? Like when you're out of breath, but you know you shouldn't be, and you don't want everybody to know you're breathing hard? That was me. But what I could not hide was the sweat, okay? Because New York is hot, okay? It's hot. It's the East Coast. It's hot. It's not as hot as North Carolina, but it's still pretty warm up there. So just, I got up Thursday. I worked until I got up early so that I could work and prep. And then my fiance took me to the airport, dropped me off. It's Raleigh, Durham, so TSA, I was through TSA in 5 minutes, right? So through TSA, at the gate, wait for my flight, get on the plane, just all of that walking, movement, carrying stuff, schlepping. Then when we get to LaGuardia, trying to find the people that I'm with, and then having to walk to the car that we're taking, or the Uber or whatever, and then having to once we get to the hotel, of course, there's not a lot of walking. But the next day, we get a room. The hotel is close to the court so that we can walk. Or if it's not, it's New York, you got to walk to the subway. It's walking. And it was hot. And I kept up, but I was very hot. And I didn't like that. So I think I'm going to start, I'm going to start walking. I've needed to walk and do some type of physical activity for quite some time. And just that was kind of the wake up call that I needed to get off my arse and start doing something. So, yeah, so all of that to say, just long story. I talk too much. I make things longer than they need to be. I should have taken some notes so that I could do this a bit more concisely, but I did not. I did try to do a video, I think it was Thursday, June 6th. I did make a video that day, and that video did not, it got corrupted. Not June 6th, July 6th. I uploaded that thing and it had no sound, and I tried to fix it because sometimes I can fix it, but I was not able to fix it, and I was not able to reshoot it either. So, and then last week I didn't do one because I literally got back from the airport. It was like 8 o'clock. I was tired. I think my flight got in at 7. So yeah, by the time I got home, it was like 8, a little after 8, and I was tired. And so I basically took a shower and went to bed. So one thing that I've learned is this. I think during the time of my family reunion, not my family reunion, my 4th of July party, I think during that time, I need to do one of two things. Either I need to take some time off, just say, hey, I'm taking 2 weeks off. I'm not going to be making any content. Or I need to plan ahead and make and pre-make my content to be released, because I don't do that. Usually I make a video and I release it the same day. So I don't have like backup content. So I think maybe I might need to create some backup content that I can release when I can't make videos. So I'm going to try to work on that. I'm going to try to work on that. Now, I am going to reshoot the other video because I bought some stuff. I bought some stuff. And I want to show you guys what I bought. So I think I'm going to reshoot that. I was going to try to do it with this video, but I think that's just going to be too much. It's going to be too long. We're already at 15, almost 16 minutes. And so if I show you all the stuff I bought, then that's just going to make it longer. And we're going to end up around 45 minutes. And I don't want to be that long. So, yeah, so I've just been really, really busy. If the job thing hadn't happened, like if that had happened maybe a couple of weeks later before they kind of sprung this on me, if I had been able to get through the party and maybe they sprung this on me like today, hey Shonda, today, then it would have been completely different. But that was just a real curveball for me. Like I said, I'm happy that it happened. I'm happy for the work. I'm happy to get to travel again. So pleased with all of that. But just it was out of left field. I was not prepared. And yeah, I was busy. I'm still pretty busy. I've been really tired. Because not even just that, like, so I get back, my flight landed, so I get back Thursday evening, right? And then Friday evening, my fiance and I were going away from the weekend. Are we going far? No, we're only going an hour away from the house. But for Christmas, I had bought him tickets to a comedy show that was taking place this weekend. And so we decided to just, it was taking place Saturday. So we decided we were going to make a weekend of it. It was only an hour away from the house, but we decided we were going to drive out there, get a room for the weekend, and just kind of, have not really a staycation because we didn't stay home, but, just like a mini vacation where it doesn't cost a crap ton of money because we're not going far. Since we already have to go out there for the concert, instead of staying one night, we'll just stay 2 nights. And we had a blast. We had a really good time. We decided that we want to try to do it. He says every 2 months. I'm saying every 3 months because I'm cheap. And we want to do it more often. I think it's kind of nice when your kids get old enough where you can kind of leave them. Or, if you're blessed enough that your kids have gotten older and don't need you at all. Well, maybe not need you, but you don't have to take care of them specifically. They're day in and day out. And if you are extra blessed to have had your children actually move out of your home, y'all some lucky ones. Mine are still here, but they're old enough to where I can leave them. And so we want to do it more often. We really had a good time. And it's just kind of nice as a couple when you can change up the scenery a little bit and do something a little different that's kind of outside of your normal day in and day out. It just kind of changes things. And we enjoyed each other's time and we enjoyed each other's company and we want to do it again. So the next time is probably going to be next month just because it's my birthday month and I want to do something. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but we want to do something. Let's see. I think that's it. That's it. So thank you for listening to my update. It's been rough. I've been pretty tired. I'm still tired because that's just a lot for me. That's a lot for me. That's a lot for me. For someone like me to, 1 week where I'm 1 weekend I'm like outside schlepping stuff, putting it in a dumpster, and then the next week I'm throwing this, big old party out in the heat, entertaining, and then the next week I'm helping move and schlep boxes and do stuff and run errands and shop for food and or whatever and prepare, and then the next week I'm like taking a 1-day trip to New York, and then that same weekend I'm like doing it's a lot for me because I don't do anything. I'm home like 24/7. I'm home 24/7. So it was a lot for me. And it's probably going to take me a week or so to recover. I really just want to have a week of going to bed early and going nowhere. My family is already trying to get together next weekend at my house to set off the fireworks that we weren't able to set off on the first when we had the party because of the rain. So looks like another little backyard barbecue happening this weekend. I'm tired. I'm tired. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I'm going to be making the next video in a moment, showing you guys the neat stuff that I got. Now, y'all know I don't need to buy anything, but, and I did stop my fabric subscriptions where it's just fabric, like just a stack of fabric. So the 5 half yards, that's 2.5 yards, and then 10 fat quarters from Stashes with Stephanie, which is so I was getting 5 yards of fabric a month every month just from those 2 subscriptions. So I did stop those, but you know, I think what I've spent, not I think, I'm pretty sure that what I've spent is still less than 3 months worth of subscriptions. So there's that. I don't know if I saved much money, but at least I got stuff that I specifically want and not just stuff that I got and hope that I like. Oh, wait, I did make the bag. Maybe I'll do a separate video. Maybe I'll do a separate video. I don't know. Or maybe I'll show it in the next. So I did the open gate tote bag. That was kind of the bonus project. I did make my tote. I did not take it to the airport. I was trying to get it made and take it to the airport. I did not bring it. But I do like it. I think, and I don't know, I hope nobody's offended by this, but because for me, this will work better for me. This is just how I'm going to use it. This works better for me if I use it as like a laundry bag, right? Because look how long it is, right? Like, so this is my 6.5 inch ruler. So it's like 3 of these. So it's just very long. So I think what I'm personally going to use this for is when I go, the next time I travel, I'm going to pack this in my suitcase, right? I'm going to hang this either on a door, like a door jamb, or like on a hook in the closet or the hook in the bathroom that they give you. And then like, you know, like my socks and like when I take my clothes off, because I'm only there for like when I go to New York, it's one night. It's only ever going to be one night. It could eventually, maybe one day down the line, maybe if I still have a job, be more than that. But right now it's just the one night. And so I just really have, the only thing that I would have the clothes that I slept in and the clothes that I wore on the way. And I just think this would be a nice little kind of way to keep the dirty and the clean separate. And then I kind of like that this whole bag can kind of just go bloop in the washing machine. So I do like that. Now I think what I may do, because the way this is, you just kind of, one bag is, you make a lining and you make it outside. You stick the lining inside, okay? So these 2 pieces, the lining and the outside aren't quilted together. So I have considered doing a little bit of stitching on the outside just so that these don't, the layers don't come apart. So I have considered doing that. I wouldn't really have to do a whole lot. And I might even do it by hand because I don't need a lot of stitches here. I just need, a few to keep it stable. And that way when I get back from my trips, I can just kind of dump the clothes into the washer and also dump the bag into the washer. So I kind of like that idea as a concept. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. Now, another thing that would work well if you don't already have a scrap bag. Now, I don't have one up right now because I haven't been doing any sewing, so I haven't put a new one up. But those little Riley Blake scrap bags, this could also be one of those. And if you were to do that, you wouldn't even have to do the handle. But you could take this, right, and put it here. And then you could take some binder clips. I don't know if I have any with me right now. I don't think I have any. I think I used all of my binder clips. Yeah. But binder clips, those are those kind of those large black clips that you can get like in offices to hold like large reams of paper. But you could just take a couple of binder clips, like the large ones, and clip it to your table and use it as a scrap bag. I think that's a good way to use it too. And then when it's full, then you could just dump it and be done, and then you can reuse the bag. So I think that's another great way to use it. I know she gave us in that same box, she gave us the pattern to make a bag holder, but this could also double as that. So if you want to make this and you don't want to make the bag holder, this would be useful as a bag holder as well. You could kind of take this and you could hang it on a door. You could make the strap shorter, or you could use the straps to kind of tie it on to a doorknob, and then you could put your bags in here. So multi-purpose, very, very much multi-purpose. So I do like this. I'm glad that I made it. It's the only thing that I've sewn, I believe, since the party. I don't think that I've sewn anything else. I might have sewn a couple of triangles together for my postcard from Sweden quilt. I think I might have sewn a couple of, but I don't even think I pressed them open. And I want to say that might have been before the party even. So I think this is the only thing that I've sewn. So it did kind of feel good. One of the things that I do like about these small projects in the Open Gate subscription box is that even when you have a period where you just don't have time to sew, I still completed a project. And that makes me feel good. And that's one of the reasons I like the box, because you have a larger project and a smaller project, but even the larger project isn't super time consuming. It's not a full quilt. But the smaller projects can be done like in an hour. But this was one of the bonus projects that came with the bonus fat quarters. I definitely see me using this as like a template to make other bags. I have not made a lot of bags. I made one Sally Tomato bag that came in a kit from Missouri Star. I made a vinyl pouch from, actually this is another Open Gate project. I don't have it open here right now, but I made the vinyl pouch, and I still want to make more of those. I actually bought vinyl. I bought a whole roll of vinyl, and I have not made another pouch yet, but I am going to make another pouch. It's just that I have to be deliberate about it, because when I do it, I'm going to do them assembly line style, and I'm probably going to make multiples. Well, I'm going to make multiples when I make it. So I just kind of want to be able to do it assembly line style, where I can do like 10 of them, because I'll probably gift them when I do it. So I'll probably make, I don't know, I'll probably make a ton of them, and then do one step at a time. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's easier like when you say, okay, I need to sew A to B. So I'm going to sew A to B 10 times for 10 different units, 10 different, and then I'm going to sew B to C for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then C to D. You know, that's kind of how I want to do it. I don't want to just make one. I feel like that'll be a waste of time. I want to make a ton of them. And so I don't know when I'm going to get to do that. I don't know. But I don't know what that's going to look like, if I'm going to make different sizes or what. But I definitely want to do more of those. And I definitely like how this bag came out. It is super juicy and super summery. It's also good, like we went bowling yesterday, and so this would be good for like that type of thing. Like you just want to kind of throw your shoes in. You want to throw your shoes in something, and also because of the way this bag is done, it is also reversible, so I can turn it inside out, and I can use the other side if I like. So that's fun too. And then you can, of course, you don't have to use these fun summer prints. You can use some, hoity-toity, like fancy adult prints. You could do it with batiks. You could even add some type of stabilizer to make this stand up. And then it can take on a whole new life. If you want to do something like that, you can use something so that, it's less flexible. You could even use some batting, which is not going to make it super sturdy, but it'll give it an extra layer of thickness. And then, like I said, also you can sew these layers together so that they don't come apart when you want to wash it. I'm probably just going to make some root, like I didn't even care about the bottom. So this is where where you turn it. And I didn't even bother to whip stitch this closed. I just used my sewing machine and sewed it closed, and I was fine with that because it's at the bottom. Like who's looking? Who's looking? And if you are, you're not really my friend, right? So yeah. So I think that's it for real now. I am going to try to do some sewing this week. I do want to make my next sew sampler block of the month block before the new box comes. So that is something that I want to do. But I don't want to stress myself out. Now I do understand. Last year around this time, I got severely burnt out. And I think it really helped contribute to some of the other problems that I had late last year and the beginning of this year, because I was already kind of stressed out. I think it kind of started in this window because I was trying to do too much. I was trying to maintain the schedule of everything when I was really tired. I was pushing myself to do things and to sew when I didn't feel like it. And now I just kind of let it go. It's okay. If I don't sew for a month, it's okay. It hasn't been a month, because I made this, right? So it's not like I've gone a month without sewing. I've just and it hasn't even been a month. Well, I mean, technically. It's just been a month where I haven't made any real progress on the quilts that I'm working on, right? So the longer projects that I've been working on, I have not made progress on those. But I completed this, and before all the party stuff happened, I was working on the project from the last Open Gate box, the panel. So I still have to quilt that. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to try to stress myself out to work on my quilts right now. I think that I'm just going to keep this easy, not stress myself out, work on small projects, and then when I'm ready to pick this stuff back up, then I'll do that. But I'm not going to stress myself out like I did last year, because I feel like that's part of, not all of it, but it definitely contributed. Why can't I say that word? Contributed. I always want to say contributed. That's wrong. I think it contributed. It seems like it should have another syllable, but it doesn't. So I always say it wrong. It contributed to some of the mental health issues I was having, because I had stressed myself out partially during this time, and then I think I was part of the problem, was trying to force myself to do too much. Like even last year when I went to the mountains for my birthday, I brought a sewing machine and multiple projects. I touched none of them. But the fact that I even felt compelled to bring it with me, was part of the problem. Because I should have known that I needed a break. And I should have known that I probably wasn't going to touch any of that stuff because I needed a break. So I'm going to be a bit more kind to myself, and I'm going to be a bit more patient with myself. And I'm not going to press myself and stress myself out to work on something that is my hobby. I'm going to prioritize my family. I'm going to prioritize my job. I'm going to prioritize rest. And I am going to prioritize saying no. Saying no. Not just to other people, but to myself as well. So, so and that's it for real. I've gone on. That's it for real. That is it for me. I'll see you guys next video. I'm going to film it in a few minutes, and I'm going to show you guys the cool stuff that I bought. That's it for me, and I'll see you guys next video.